Okay, umpisahan na natin. So, the lesson that we will be discussing for this video is all about the presentation of financial statements under the Philippine Accounting Standards 1 or the PAS 1. And for this lesson, ang pag-aralan natin, focus tayo sa Statement of Financial Position. So, dito, sinasabi natin na financial statements are used to communicate financial information. Kaya pumapasok yung communication of financial information. Kasi nga, through the financial statements, nandun lahat yung mga kailangan ng mga general purpose users, and then, para may parating sa kanila yung mga nilalaman niyon or yung mga financial information na yun, ay kailangan gumawa tayo or mag-prepare ng financial statements para doon nila babasahin kung ano man yung mga kailangan nila. Okay? Then, the second one is end product of financial accounting. So, yung from the steps of journalizing hanggang sa summarizing, then hanggang sa trial balance. So, hindi nagtatapos doon yung ating accounting cycle. Of course, kailangan natin gumawa ng financial statements. Kaya nagiging end product siya of financial accounting. And of course, ang ating mga financial statements are structured and standardized. So, according to the principle of comparability, kapag yung financial statements mo ay hindi siya na-prepare as to what is accepted or standardized financial statements, so mahirap mo siyang i-compare. Kaya basically yung mga firms or yung mga business entity, ginagawa nilang standardized na yung mga financial statements. Okay? So, for the next one is the general purpose of financial statements. So, ito, pag sinabi natin general purpose, prepared for general purpose users or general users. So, ang ibig sabihin nito ay ginagawa yung financial statement na parang pangkabuuan na. So, pwedeng gamitin ng kahit sino na basta kasali sila sa mga general users. So, whether that is an investor or a creditor, bahala na silang titingin doon sa financial statement kung ano yung gusto nila o kaya kung ano yung kailangan nila na information. Okay. Then the next one is not customized for specific users. Of course, hindi ito para sa mga management o kaya for managerial purposes na yung mga financial statement kasi nila ay kailangan tailored talaga para dun sa kanilang mga specific needs. Pero ito ay just sabi ko nga, prepared siya for general users. And ultimately, meets the common information needs. So, there are 5 components of the financial statements. So, una na dito yung ating statement of financial position. So, under the statement of financial position, dito pinapakita ng company yung financial condition, financial status, kaya tinawag siyang statement of financial position. And then, the other one is the income statement. So, sa income statement naman, dito nakapaloob yung financial performance ng isang company. So, kung gusto mong makita kung paano siya nag-perform in terms of revenue or in terms of income in a particular period of time, so ang titignan natin is itong income statement. And of course, meron din tayong statement of comprehensive income. So, kapag yung company marami siyang mga sources of income, so hindi lang siya sa normal course ng business, hindi lang siya sa main operation kumikita. For example, meron pa siyang mga other investments, meron pa siyang mga other properties na generating income. So, yung mga yon ay pinagsama-sama. So, in order to be presented in a financial statement, and that is what we call the statement of comprehensive income. So, mas malawak ang saklaw nito kaysa sa income statement. And then, of course, the statement of changes in equity. So, napag-aralan naman na natin ito sa FAR. Dito naman nakikita, of course, the changes, no, of the capital or the equity components of the company. Okay? So, what's the beginning capital balance? Then, after reflecting all the needed informations, then may papakita at the end of the operation, magkano na yung equity balance. And then, we have the statement of cash flows for number 4. So, under the statement of cash flows, meron itong tatlong components. Of course, dito natin pinapakita kasi yung mga cash inflow or cash outflow, kaya tinawag siyang cash flows. So, dito, meron tayong mga cash flows from operating activities. Meron din tayong mga cash flows from investing activities. And of course, sa mga financing activities. So, yan naman yung nakikita dito sa statement of cash flows. And of course, meron tayong notes or notes to financial statements. So, dito naman sa notes to financial statement, basically ito yung mga para siyang attachment or disclosures or even mathematical computations, no, in order to show the specific detail of a particular account, for example, or yung line item account natin. So, dito sa notes, makikita natin kung paano na-compute. For example, yung cash. For example, yung cash na nakita sa statement of financial position is 1 million. So, paano na-compute yung 1 million? For example, so maybe meron kang cash, meron din yung component na cash and cash equivalent, petty cash fund. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng notes. And let's move to the objective of financial statements. So, the first one is, of course, provide information for decision making. That is the basic objective, diba, of financial statements. So, kailangan natin ng information, especially kapag ikaw ay business owner, ikaw ay isang creditor, ikaw ay isang investor. So, how can you decide? For example, investor ka, so paano ka makakapag-decide na mag-invest sa isang company? So, without looking into any information, financial information, for example, no? So, kaya, one of the objective of financial statements, kaya ginagawa ang financial statement ay para magkaroon ng information for decision-making purposes. And of course, number 2 is show management stewardship. So, makikita din dito kung paano ang stewardship ng isang management. So, paano nila pinapahalagaan yung kanilang asset. So, yung mga investment ba ng mga investors, paano nila ito napapalago, for example. Okay? So, paano nila inalagaan yung mga asset nila, yung mga resources nila. So, nakikita dito sa financial statements. And then, focus on financial position, performance, and cash flows. So, the main focus of the financial statements is yung tatlong yan. The financial position, the performance, and of course, cash flows. So, ano nga ba yung mga informations being provided by the financial statement? Of course, una ay yung asset. So, dito natin makikita yung assets and of course, the liabilities and equity. Basically, saan makikita na financial statement yung tatlong yan, yung asset, liabilities, and equity? Makikita natin yan sa statement of financial position. And the income and expenses. Yung income and expenses naman, syempre makikita naman natin yan sa income statement. And the owner's contribution and distribution, kita naman natin ito dun sa statement of changes in equity. And of course, yung cash flows, cash inflow, and cash outflow, dun naman sa statement of cash flows. So, yan yung mga information being provided by the financial statement. Now, there is a question, no? How frequent do a company shall report or shall prepare the financial statement? Okay? So, ang provision ng standards natin ay at least annually. Meaning to say, sa isang taon, no, kailangan ay makapag-provide or makapag-present ng financial statement. So, that is the provision of the standards. Then, question, sir, paano kung gusto ng company ng twice a year? So, walang problema dun. Pwede, kahit twice a year, kahit 4 na beses pa sa isang taon or quarterly, pwede. So, basta ang requirement ay at least once a year. And disclosure required for period changes. For example, ang ating normal period ay January to December. So, yun yung mga gumagamit ng calendar year period, ano. Then, halimbawa, pinalitan mo ng period mo. So, for example, ikaw ay isang university or school at ang ginamit mong period instead of the calendar year, gumamit ka ng June to May. So, pwede lang gawin yon as long as meron tayong tinatawag na disclosure. So, kailangan natin i-disclose kung ano yung year or kung ano yung ating period, the whole period, the reason kung bakit natin ginamit yung period na yan. And of course, the next one is the comparability must be explained. Then, let's move to the statement of financial position. So, ang dating tawag natin dito ay yung balance sheet. Okay? So, ano nga ba yung nakikita dito sa ating statement of financial position? Sabi natin kanina, nakikita natin dito yung assets, liabilities, and equity. So, hindi ko na isa-isayin yung asset, liabilities, and equity kasi napag-aralan naman na natin yan sa ating mga previous lessons. And, of course, dito, it reflects financial position at a point in time. Hanggang kailan, as of, anong particular point in time. So, for example, cash, this is the balance of our cash as of December 31, 2025. So, yun yung pinapakita dito sa statement of financial position. And used for liquidity and solvency analysis. So, dito rin natin ina-analyze kung paano nga ba ang condition ng isang company in terms of its liquidity or in terms of its solvency. So, liquidity, kaya pa bang bayaran ng company yung kanyang mga currently maturing obligation? So, meron ba siyang sapat na cash na ma-generate para sa kanyang currently maturing obligations? Solvency naman, yung total assets ba niya, kayang-kaya niyang bayaran yung total claims or total obligations. So, ganun. Nakikita yan sa ating or doon sa statement of financial position. So, there are classifications that we need to master or we need to put in mind being accounting students or accounting professionals. So, kailangan nating i-classify, no? Especially yung ating assets. So, classification ng assets natin, we have your current assets at mayroon din tayong tinatawag na non-current assets. So, based on operating cycle and 12-month rule. So, anong ibig sabihin niyan? Current asset, basically, kino-consider natin sila as current kapag yung mga asset na yan ay expected to be used or to be realized within a 1 year or one accounting period or basically 12 months. Okay? Non-current naman, so a residual definition kapag hindi siya na-qualify as current asset because maybe expected to be used or expected to be realized more than 12 month or more than 1 year or more than 1 accounting period, kina-classify natin sila as non-current assets. So, examples ng mga current assets natin, we have your cash and cash equivalents, your held for trading. These are expected to be realized within 12 months. So, realize within the operating cycle. And of course, kung meron tayong current assets, meron din tayong mga non-current assets. So, sabihin natin kanina, residual definitions or residual classifications, those are not classified or considered to be as current asset are considered as non-current assets. So, long-term in nature sila. So, includes dito ang ating mga property, plant, and equipment, even long-term investment, and intangibles. So, ano nga ba yung mga non-current natin? We have the property, plant, and equipment under PAS 16. So, tangible assets, assets that are used in operations like machineries, ano pa ba? Building, ano pa ba? Vehicles, delivery vehicles. And used for more than 1 period. Okay? Now, let's move to the liabilities. Meron din tayo mga classifications ng liabilities, of course. The current liabilities, non-current liabilities. So, based on settlement timing and rights naman, pagka-liabilities. Okay? So, kapag expected to be settled within 1 year or 1 accounting period, current liability siya. Pero kapag hindi, of course, non-current liabilities. or yung mga liability that falls due within one accounting period, syempre current liability yon. Kapag kaya more than 1 year na, non-current liability. So, current versus non-current liability. So, these are some examples, no? Para at least mas maintindihan natin. Accounts payable, basically, they are current liabilities. Loan due in 10 months, current liability din siya. Loan due in 5 years, non-current liability kasi 5 years na siya. Question, paano sir kapag yung liability ay installment? 5 years siya in total, kaya lang binabayaran yung portion niya annually. So, installment, kumbaga. So, that is qualified as or classified as current and non-current. So, yung current portion niya, yung payable next year, or yes, 1 year after this accounting period, that is a current liability. So, yung iba naman, that is payable or to be settled beyond 1 year or after the next accounting period ay classified as non-current liability. So, katulad ng halimbawa, yung sasakyan, niloan ng company tapos nag-installment siya every year. So, lahat ng mga expected payment or obligation to be settled 1 year after this reporting period ay current liability. So, beyond that, considered na sila as non-current liability. Okay? Then, we have to move to the equity. So, sabi nga natin kanina, residual interest. Pag sinabi natin residual, this is the asset minus liabilities. So, yun yung equity natin. So, basically, that is our accounting equation. Kung titignan natin ang shareholders equity, ito yung mga basic components niya na nakikita natin. So, we have your share capital, for example, the retained earnings, and the treasury shares. Anyway, pwede nyong basahin yan in detail sa libro para at least mas maintindihan nyo pa. So, kung titignan mo, we have your share capital dito, 300,000, for example. The retained earnings, 250,000. So, kailangan natin i-less ang treasury share kasi yan ang nature ng treasury share. It is a deduction from the shareholders equity. Kaya ang naging total equity niya ay 500,000. So now let's move to the notes and forms of statement of financial position. So ano yung mga notes, no? Yung notes ng financial position naman is depende dun sa line item kung ano yung mga kailangan nating ilagay doon in order to make that particular line item more understandable to the reader. So, para mas maintindihan nila. So, kung computational notes yan, mathematical computation kung paano nakapag-arrive dun sa reported value or amount ng line item. For example, sabi ko nga, cash. So, for example, 1 million yung cash na nakalagay or cash and cash equivalent nakalagay sa first line item mo. 1 million. So, paano nag-arrive sa 1 million? So, doon natin makikita yan sa notes. So, maybe 500,000 of each nasa cash in bank. Then, 300,000 nasa cash and cash equivalents, for example. Then, yung other 2,000 nasa cash on hand. Something like that, no? Para at least mas maintindihan yung line item doon sa statement of financial position. Yun ang isa sa mga function ng notes or even provide disclosures. So, kung may mga kailangan nating i-disclose, no, sa ating financial statements or statement of financial position, so, nakikita rin yan sa notes to financial position. Then, report form and account form. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga forms ng statement of financial position natin. So, meron tayong report form and account form. Kung babasahin nyo yan sa libro ninyo, makikita ninyo, doon sa report form, ito yung basically yung continuous presentation of the financial position. So, nag-i-start siya sa taas, vertically. Okay, asset, the liabilities, ayan. Then, of course, equity. So, pababa siya. Okay? Ganun yung presentation kapag report form. Pag account form naman, meron dalawang sides, sa left and the right. Okay? Sa left, dito yung presentation natin ng total assets. And then, dun naman sa right, yung presentation naman natin ng total liabilities and shareholders equity. Okay? So, yun. Pass 1 allows flexibility. So, meaning to say, walang prescribed format. So, ano bang form ang gusto ng company para represent ang kanyang financial position? So, pwede niyang gamitin ang account form or pwede rin gamitin ang report form. Okay? Then, I guess that is already the end of the presentation as to the statement of financial position. So, thank you.